Okay.
Hello and welcome everybody to the replay analysis from A-League at least. And today I'm joined by Pat once again.
Well, hello.
He at least tries to learn English now, I guess. And
Well, not that I want to. He forced me to send
yeah,
help.
there is no help against the king. All right, and we will watch 4 replays for now. 5 even? No, 4. And later
Oh,
on, if Phil has time, we can also do the replays from the rest with Phil together, especially for Phil's, because it's always more fun to hear the perspective from the guy playing the game, right? So you understand why he did certain moves and whatever. And I guess we will get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Let's watch the replay. And
okay. So
yeah.
first turn is just Tornadoes versus Donphan. So
Oh, I
me
have it on.
Hurricane.
I had it on fast speed, so I'm stopped at
Oh,
turn 3, where you just swapped in Hippowdon.
okay. So yeah, swapping in Hippowdon versus the Circuitry.
Yeah,
Pretty
just
simple play. Ground type versus Electric type.
yeah, and
Um,
we already see in the teams, right? If we pause real quick, I paused just when Pelipper got in. Um,
okay.
and when we look at the teams, so what I often do before a game starts is I mark 2 opponents that I'm really afraid of, and that keeps me in mind of what Pokemon I always have to look out for. And so for me, against your team, it would be like, let's say, Circuitry, Terrakion, right? These are 2 very scary Pokemon.
Yeah,
And
those two were really, really scary,
and
especially in Circuitry with the Hypnosis set.
oh, that would actually be rude against you. And now you have Hippowdon to check Circuitry, but it doesn't like taking Energy Ball that
Or
often,
like,
right?
yeah,
And
really doesn't take Energy Ball well, mainly because I do run max defense just because of Ben Terrakion.
well, and
Because
that's
Ben,
very interesting because usually people opt to take some special defense and
yeah, usually
yeah,
it runs some special defense, but I had to run max defense, otherwise it would get 2 KO'd by Ben Terrakion.
that's actually crazy. And well, yeah,
That's
that's why
and he would,
Terrakion is very scary against your team. It basically can 1 or 2 hit everything on your team, right?
yeah, basically like nothing really wants to take the close combat. Um, yeah, so I had to put max defense powder, which wasn't really reliable because with rocks it can be 2 KO'd as well. Um, so yeah, it was really my only chance. So I had to play around the Terrakion
Well,
a lot.
that's actually crazy. But for him, on your team, right? Here you have Zeraora as absolutely top priority to get killed because it's so fast and has so many moves to just to deal with everything he can throw at you. And also there's the Volt Absorb, so it's also a good switch in circuitry most of the time.
Yeah, basically.
So
Uh,
yeah.
that's one of the reasons I opted to actually Hurricane turn one to weaken the Donphan, which is his main Zeraora answer.
Well, also the Hurricane is just in general good against him, right? With the because
Yeah,
we noticed he has quite a big rain team going on, and
oh,
so having Hurricane really helps out there. All right, let's keep watching. And the obviously Hippowdon's Earthquake did nothing. That's why he stopped in. And Slowking
well,
was an unsung hero in this match again, right?
Slowking was amazing, like really, really good
And we
because
see.
with this future, no, Vault first. Um, yeah, just scalding in the rain because it does a ton of damage.
Oh, then we see
And
the
a
future
potential
side
burn.
incoming. And now here's
Yeah, and
something that
then
happened really fun in my opinion, because he just went for another wish, just to be sure, right? And
yeah, he went for a wish
tried to get
and
the heal,
wanted
and the
it
future side melted it for the final HP.
and just wanted to pass it to Donphan, and the future side just killed it before it could get healed.
Yeah, that's actually very strong also, because we just said Hippowdon is not Hippowdon, like Donphan was really important for him. So that's
Yeah.
one big wall away, just gone, and Zeraora gets more scary by that alone.
Then versus the circuitry again, the way he brought it in versus like Ferroson made it pretty obvious that it was HP fire. So I could
Absolutely.
just go into Hippowdon again because I knew he wouldn't energy ball. So I could just go Hippowdon and take
And now
the
look at
HP
that
fire.
damage! 47%
It
on a
did a
physical
shit ton
defensive.
of damage.
Crazy shit. And now Slowking, right? Not super effective. 50% just gone right there.
Yeah, the Terrakion was crazy. Like, holy Jesus.
And Hippowdon will just fall here. With also a crit. But it didn't matter. It was just way
Not
too
like it
overkill. But
matters.
here comes the Zeraora, the scary thing.
Yeah, that's where things really went south for him.
Because look, now Sailor Moonblast. Nice joke right
Sailor
there.
Moon Blast.
Well, you saw
I
that he has
actually,
Protect, so don't you have any boosting move on that one?
no, I don't actually. 1 second. I have Plasma Fists, Grass Knot, Knockoff, and Close Combat.
Well, that explains a lot, because I think with the boosting move on the Protect, that would have just sealed the deal for most of his Pokemon right there.
Yeah. But I had to run 4 moves to cover really everything on his team.
Yeah, I see. Oh, here we see Knockoff on Ferrothorn
Uh,
just does nothing.
yeah, I actually caught this. Um, the Plasma Fist from Adamant Life Orb, Zeraora, does like 45 to 52%. So it was really no risk, just attacking.
All right.
But I got really the lowest possible roll. Um, classic.
Classic. Oh, and we see another future side kill, by the way.
Yes.
The future
Future
side
Sight
really did a
a
lot.
lot.
That's crazy, man.
It did so much in this game.
Yeah, now Absol being like, Mega Absol does Mega Absol things. Outspeeding
Just
everything on the
doing
board
mega
anyways.
things.
And now we have Drain the Rock Johnson dying to a playoff. And
Yeah, that's the game.
you
That's
win
the whole game.
4-0. And really what sealed the deal was he lost his way to remove the spikes and Stealth Rock so early on. And they got in
Yeah,
so much damage.
the Hazards did so much damage because he really basically lost his Rapid Spinner turn 1 when he let it take the Hurricane.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's you have to keep that in mind, because circuitry will not be able to come in very often, because it mostly will also take like a hit on a few surgeons, or like doesn't one hit and get a hit on. And it really was wore down really fast by all that. And
Yeah,
so it
exactly.
really the biggest threat of his team was rendered useless by hazards, and you really have to keep these defogs and rapid spinners alive to have a chance to deal with these hazards of your team.
I was kind of expecting the Pelipper to pack Defog, but apparently it didn't,
And
or
it
he
didn't
didn't
use it at
use
least.
it.
And also clearly Slowking's future side was
And
just
you
crazy.
and you called it a meme.
It is a meme.
It's not a meme. Like it's pretty standard even.
It was huge on that match. Killed two Pokemon and like not even just two Pokemon. It killed Donphan and Pelipper, like the two walls, right?
Yeah, like it killed the Donphan before it could get healed up
And
again.
killed the Pelipper before on 40%. That's
And
really
killed the
nice.
Pelipper.
Yeah, that was a tough battle. That was hard to watch,
Yeah, that
honestly.
was kind of tough matchup as well for him
Absolutely,
because I
yeah.
have like everything for Rain.
We talked about that while he was team building. I'm like, well, your team is just too good against Rain, man. You have
Like
everything.
you could have brought anything, really.
Yeah, because Feralthorn is insanely strong in Rain teams, but it's also very strong against Rain teams.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then we have Tornadoes, which gets like 100% accurate hurricanes from the rain.
Yeah, that I actually wanted to pick Gengar first, and I said like, yo, look, but 100% egg hurricanes sound fun.
Like I think even if I picked Gengar, it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, it would have changed up turn one. So and turn one, as you
Yeah,
said, was a crucial part of the match already.
yeah, fair enough. Like
But
he had no real flying resist, like besides circuitry, but circuitry doesn't have the best defenses.
oh, you are way too nice to its shitty defense.
What is it like? Uh, how much does it have actually?
I don't even know.
Well,
It's not
it's
Pheromosa level,
okay.
but it's also not like Shackle level. So
Like it has 83 HP and 71 defense and 71 special defense. Like that's okay.
well, that's like it can take a hit, but it don't want to at all.
No, it
Especially not
doesn't
with the
really want to.
hazards.
And especially I ran actually ran Sea Hurricane,
Jeez.
but didn't really need to fire it off.
Actually, if you would have done that turn one, I'm quite sure Dawnfan would have been gone right there, and you wouldn't even have gotten the Stealth Rocks in your face.
No, it has 30.
All right, I forgot about that
Donphan
one.
has 30. So that's why I opted to Hurricane in the first place. Besides, I needed Sea Hurricane for the Escavalier because I didn't really have a way to hit it.
Yeah, and we saw the Assault Vest, so he really planned on using that against his special Pokemon,
Yeah,
but it never
that's the
got to
thing.
that. All right,
But
nice replay. Very interesting match in my opinion, because it really showed the power of speed and like trading away your like stealth rocks or not putting Mega Absol first, which clears the stealth rocks on your side, just to chip away on these very strong wards against your most crucial Pokemon. It was a really good showing. A really strong statement on week one, going 4-0. All right,
uh,
let's jump to the next match. Or you just see me uploading Felpad and I get together and at least try to sound smart. Best video title ever. No advertising. All right, let's
you
jump
probably
over
sound smart.
to my match then first, shall we?
Well, that's yours to take then.
All right, and I'm playing it on normal speed, but I will sometimes like stop the replay and will tell you when I do so.
Yeah, okay.
And I start now. Oh, I started it with sound on. Wait, I stopped it. Music off. That was loud. I'm very sorry for the views. So as we see, Arcanine was eradicated. It's a really strong matchup for me, right? Arcanine with the Will-O-Wisp, the Flare Blitz, and the Intimidate. So I expected him to go into like, let's say Bulu or Suicune, right? Like any of these Pokemon that don't get one shot from Flare Blitz and also can do stuff. I expected Suicune the most, but I saw people run like the Berry Bulu and Revenge Kill Arcanine, so I didn't want to have that. So what I did, and we will see this now, I just went for the Will-O-Wisp, and he went for the Sword Dance. And now we need professional pets opinion on having Raticate Sword Dance against an Arcanine turn 1.
Without scouting for Will-O-Wisp, nonetheless. Like, it's a really aggressive move. I could understand if it was like Sash Raticate, then maybe, but like there wasn't a point in Sword Dancing because either way you could have just if you were offensive you could have just attacked and then extreme speed and it was gone, or if you're defensive you could have Will-O-Wisp like you did and then just attacked. So there was really no point in Sword Dancing there.
Yeah, and that was really a huge loss because Raticate was one of the only answers to Latios from his entire team.
Well, he did have the CGI, but yeah, basically
Yeah. All right.
it was an answer to psychic spam.
Yeah, and let's keep watching. So yeah, we see Raticate take the burn damage, then coming in with the double edge, which deals nothing, and then the Flare Blitz just finishes them off. And I'm getting taken down under 50%, which is crazy, right? But I can just get a free switch on Shaman against Suicune. And he has to swap out there, obviously. Leech Seed just to annoy him. And then Arcanine can come back in for free because nothing that Rotom does can kill it easily. Because I opted in some special defense. Yeah, and I just heal up. And as you see, 25% vote switch, so that wouldn't come close to kill. So here what I did is, if it was Focus Session here Lego, I went for the Flare Blitz. And I risked my Arcanine there, but it was okay because I didn't need it anymore. And our Latios just, yeah, it's an annoying Latios that, right? Roost, and then Psychic just kills Nihilego one hit. He got off the Stealth Rocks, but was really annoying. Against Bulu, I opt to go for the Ice Beam, and he does the Wood Hammer, so he didn't use a Fairy Attack, because I think he expected me to swap out. And the Ice Beam did a lot.
Mate, Bulu doesn't get a fairy attack.
Doesn't it? I didn't know that actually.
Doesn't play rough.
That sucks. Well, I roost up with Latios because I expected Suicune to protect against Psychic. And now Psychic did 36% damage, and so the substitute was easy to break for me now. But here we see the power of Grassy Terrain, right? Suicune heals a lot, just for free. And
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, what I do now is I swap to Shaman, and this is an offensive Shaman, and we will see what offensive Shaman can do to Suicune right here. Just Siege Flare the thing away, just no problem. The sub is gone. And now I opt to go for the sub myself because he can't deal 25%, and he's sub 2. So I went for the Seed Flare. Sub breaks again. Now he's at +2, and normally this would be a very scary situation, right? +2 Suicune, very annoying. But since this Shaman is full special attack, full speed, it outspeeds Suicune and brings it so low that he can't even sub anymore. And I got the special defense drop, which was kind of lucky. Because I don't have any PP left on my Seed Flare. Because of pressure. When now against Rotom, he brings Rotom in, but I went for the sub, so I can use Air Slash on it. He Will-O-Wisp, and I gotta hold the replay here.
I have no idea.
So what happened is, what I think happened is like on turn like 15 or 16, and he saw Shaman come in and like 17 it was, As the Shaman take away his sub, and the Scott doesn't even deal 25%, and I went for the substitute. It felt like he gave up right here and there, because the Seed Field did take away his sub later on, and then the plays got like progressively worse against Shaman. So he opted to go to swap out Suicune when he was at like 9% HP. He didn't have Ice Beam on it, which was weird because I'm doing just fine against Scald or Surf or whatever you play offensive as water move, right? He used Scald, but I'm fine against Scald, and so there was a mistake in team building. Like Ice Beam would have helped, and now the I think where he really gave up was turn like 10 to 23. Shaman puts off another sub, and he just like, oh well, I'm done. He then doesn't press overheat, but press Will-O-Wisp because they both are red in the background, right? Something like that I can really imagine see like people tilt against the Shaman set because it was annoying. I gotta give him that. Yeah, let's keep watching. Leech Seed comes out, Overheat takes away my substitute, obviously, but he drops the special attack, and I'm quite sure with another sub I can take another hit easily. And he misses the Overheat, which was really unlucky. And Shaman heats up, he procs the Citrus Berry, I don't even know why he has it in the first place. Hidden Power does nothing anymore, and Shaman just keeps on being at full HP. Now Shaman even crits, but it doesn't really matter again. Because Shaman just keeps annoying and putting up substitutes whenever it wants. Now this Will-O-Wisp I don't understand either, because Shaman is special and has the Leech Seed, so the residual damage doesn't do anything. Now the swap again on 9% on the Decii. Again, no, I don't understand it. Now Tapu Bulu, when he knows that you will use Air Slash, again, very weird for me. And Bulu just drops to Shaman's 2 Air Slashes. Now Rotom has nothing to do against my Leech Seed. And will just for free die to it. Now Suicune also does nothing against the Air Slash, and the only Pokemon left is the Gidrai. The Air Slash also BM flinch, and there was nothing really at the point where Shaman got the huge momentum against Suicune. That's what I said with this honest team preview with Phil. Once he falls behind, he has to fight really hard to get back. And against a skilled player, that's very hard to do. Because there are players like me or you, for example, who once we have the momentum, we won't let it go at all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And
Really.
yeah, Shaman did everything this week. Shaman was a monster,
Yeah, Shaman. Shoutouts to Shaman.
definitely.
Um, yeah, basically, uh, yeah, when Nihilego went down, he already lost one of his Shaman answers, and Rotom can't really do anything because when it's leech seeded, Shaman just keeps on substituting.
Yeah, and
And I
also
think
the overheat special attack drop against my substitute only makes matters worse.
yeah, because at some point it can't break it anymore, and the PP run out as well at some point. So really, just Shaman can outstall the Rotom.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's not that much to say about this. It was just yeah, Shaman coming in on the Suicune, getting up a sub, and then proceeding to destroy the team from there.
Well, yeah, and also it's like he wasted all the good answers to everything, right? So Raticate on turn 1, wasted, so he can't stop Latios that good.
Yeah,
Bulu,
Nihilego.
he wasted on and switching it in instead of bringing it in without getting damaged. Right? If he would have brought Bulu in clean, well, without getting the 2 Ashes, Shaman would have at least lost the substitute and
Oh
could
yeah,
have been
definitely.
killed by Nihilego, or bring in Nihilego, don't suicide it for stealth rocks against my team, and suddenly you have like the Shaman answer out there. Because I had nothing on Shaman for Nihilego. I didn't have the Earth power that people would have put on maybe just to deal with Nihilego. Because I really went for the full fuck off Suicune mode. I didn't want Suicune to have any fun. And Suicune didn't have any fun.
Suicune and fun in one sentence.
Yeah, but it's no fun. And yeah,
Really?
so and also like swapping out Suicune because it dropped low on 9%, like it will do nothing against any of my Pokemon on 9%. Every of my Pokemon are faster.
Yeah, that's the thing, really. Like, there was no point in switching out. Just second Saren Zen. Because really, it doesn't do anything anymore. Like, this Rikun didn't really have a point anymore on this team. Because Arcanine was low, and everything else destroyed it.
Yeah, and also I think well, Arcanine was the only Pokemon that was slower than Suicune on my team if he went into speed.
Yeah,
But even then, he would have had to invest for speed, losing Bulk, so I don't think he did it.
I don't think so.
And so Arcanine was also faster, so 9%, even Arcanine can kill 9% Suicune, right? So every other Pokemon were just able to kill it at that point. And so, yeah, maybe like if you see Shaman always comes in at being faster, just swap out. Swap out right then and there when it had like 70 or 50% or something, right? And then you would
Yeah,
have
like,
been fine.
don't try to 1v1 a Shaman with a Suicune.
Won't work. Won't ever work.
It will only end terribly, terribly
Yeah,
bad.
absolutely. Well, yeah, that was also very dominant week 1 with a 6-0 with like 4 kills for Shaman. The
Like
Hedgehog,
Shaman.
the Hedgehog of tier 3 or 4 or something coming in clutch. It actually is tier 3 because it has 100 base on everything, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's not amazing. Again, like we had this when we talked about Mew,
Yeah.
but yeah, it does a lot. Like it can be run really bulky or offensive Shaman or the sub leech seed, which we saw in this game.
It was actually a sub-lead seed offensive Shaman, which is really fun. All right. Now
Moving on.
on to the next match. It will be the Hooper Unbound team, which I don't know which one it is, against Frank. That seems like Frank to me, at least.
Well, I think this is Frank versus Frank. Not sorry. This
Ah,
is John Ross versus Frank
yeah, it's John Ross versus Frank. Uh, but we see Frank's team with Celesteela and Toxapex right there.
and Florges and the
uh,
Incineroar.
this team is
Just sick.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And we see the Trick Room team right here.
And we see the Araquanid.
Your favorite Pokemon.
All hail the water spider.
Well, let's see. I didn't watch this match this far, so I would just let's watch it clean on one go.
Okay.
All right, Araquanid and Incineroar is the start. Really bad start for Incineroar. He turns out, obviously. And here comes the Toxapex, the Pokemon that doesn't
Yay.
get damaged.
Good old sticky web.
Toxic Spikes are annoying. Frogger, obviously considering the taunt. Really interesting choice, actually. Bronzong doesn't even get poisoned anyways, doesn't take any damage. Incineroar comes in, which was kind of
The-
expected. And there, yeah, double layered already, like Stealth Rocks and webs. Super
I think
annoying.
the interesting thing is we don't see an item on Bronzong. So like no leftovers or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm really interested on what the item was. I think it is a berry, like Fire Berry or whatever. But that Fire Blast did like everything.
The fire blast is a lot.
That's crazy. Yeah, obviously
Holy
protect right
Jesus.
now. Moonlight. Good choice. Good choice. Getting the Moonlight to heal up there. No, the Fire Blast should kill, right? But the Heavy Slam is also painful. It survives. That was a bad play.
Very.
But the Moonlight was a bad play. He should have just went with the Fire
Yeah,
Blast, killing
he should have
Celesteela.
just attacked.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was no point in really
Healing up.
just moonlighting. There was no point. But it seemed to be max special attack
Yeah, it looked like it.
able or something.
Because that did a lot of damage, and it got
Yeah,
and the Celesteela got the special boost, the special defense boost. So, rip choice Scuff Incineroar.
Oh,
Hydreigon with the Levitated. His team doesn't get toxic a lot, right? It's crazy, man.
he really hates toxic spikes.
And the defog really painful. Ouch. But the Stealth Rocks will come right back in there. Reckon it. That's nothing, right? That's nothing for Pokemon, which is
really nothing.
Also, reckon it has like way higher special defense, so crazy shit.
The defense is really low, actually.
Yeah. Oh, and look, another layer of toxic spikes, because we have never seen that before. Can I ask you a question? Because like Pokemon with that are flying type with Roost lose their flying type.
Yeah.
Is an airplane when it sits down also just a plane and not an airplane anymore, or how does it work? I don't understand.
Asking the real questions.
Yeah, I reckon it is poisoned. No. That's a lot of poison damage. Poison damage everywhere. Oh, Sneasel just getting the clean kill now.
Yeah, Sneasel just. And we see Life Orb.
Yeah, Hydreigon, look. Will kill Florges. Or not, because Florges doesn't get special damage. And another type of defog. Hey. God, it's really frustrating to watch these two battle. Can I say that?
It's just one wall after the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what charge beam! Holy shit! That's commitment, man.
God level prepping.
That's bold, man. That's wild.
We just have. Oh, good double.
Yeah, but another good predict from him to just stay in Bronzong. Oh, it is Rocky Helmet. See, now we see the item.
Now we see the item.
Now Banette comes in. Mega Banette, by the way. Cotton Guard. What the hell is this? Cotton Guard Banette, though.
With the Stealth Rocker down, he can easily defog.
Yeah.
Yappa Berry Toxapex.
Oh, that's a crit.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's.
Scald.
These teams are very interesting, right? Like, what is this Banette set, though?
Cotton Guard, Thunder Wave.
And then it has like Shadow Claw and knockoff, so.
Really weird.
It's
not
a
right.
creative set, but what is
Yeah,
going on?
but, like all these boosts, but he doesn't have recovery.
Yeah, that's true. He has like
Uh,
next level amounts of defense. He had insane defense right there. Oh, look, taunting the
this is
Florgus.
just Jesus.
This is
The
so
ones,
painful to
they,
watch.
they just don't die. They never die.
Well, actually, that would be a dream for you, right? This is a dream scenario. There's no wall dying. That's like whatever you wanted always. Agaf Barry Hooper.
And nothing dies.
Whoa,
Uh,
these. Oh, holy
this
snap.
was good. This was good. Go play. Go play. I
Absolutely
can
good play.
respect that.
Oh, look. And the Thunder Punch Hooper, really smart choice on his side. Because Celesteela and Toxapex dying to it. He really. I thought the Toxastealer core would just clean win there, but apparently the other player really wants to get back on his feet, but
But
Flockus will die now, but
yeah,
Sneasel will finish it off now
that's the thing.
because he has no priority.
Yep.
All right, but
That
it's
was that.
a very close match with some weird sets. We saw Charge Beam Bronzong,
Charge Beam Bronzer.
Aguirre Berry on
Hooper.
Hooper, the Berry on Toxapex to resist ground attacks.
The Barbary Berry Clefable.
The Berry Clefable, the Cotton Guard Mega Banette. What were these sets, man? That's wild.
That's like that's really wild.
Like we saw one guy just coming up with these weird counters team sets, and the other guy just playing the casual sets and be like, "Well, this is fine."
What
What
is this?
what was going on this, man? That was crazy, man.
That
Uh,
was pretty crazy replay.
I kind of feel that that's how much we both would play if we want to have fun. Just like
Yeah, basically.
Pat, I'm gonna try out this crazy set I just found. Playing Cotton Guard and Mega Banette.
Cotton Guard Mega Planet.
That was wild. I love it. It took 56 turns. It was painful to watch
Respect that.
because nothing died, but that was crazy, man. All right,
That was amazing.
and the last match
The last
being
match. We got Craig versus.
quick, look it up. No one will notice.
Okay, 1 second.
It's Craig of a team of Victini, Sampert, Alakazam, Minyo, Salavans, and Hitmonchan facing off against. You have to come in now. 2K with
Yay.
Medicham, Registeer, Zapdos, Jellicent, Gudrun, and Lola Marowak.
Do you think anyone noticed we didn't do our research?
No, no one will notice.
Okay, good.
I did a great cover up. Don't worry. I will not
Thank you.
edit this, but I did a great cover up so no one will even notice that we're talking right now, not watching the replay.
Okay, so
Play music off.
let's
And
just
stop.
start with the
I
replay.
just stop it to turn on, so we are at equal footing.
Okay.
Jellicent Swampert turn on. I kind of expected the Jellicent being sent out because, oh, look, he will bring in Swampert, I will play Stealth Rocks. Jellicent doesn't care about Swampert. Kind of predictable right there.
Jellicent does care about the toxic though.
Yeah, well, though, Swampert. Well, I didn't start the replay if you started it already.
Oh, well, my bad.
Alright,
Okay.
and I will start now. Oh, Willow really hurt Swampert though.
Yeah,
Good
that's
Stealth
the thing.
Rocks. Shadow Ball does nothing, and Toxic is annoying for a wall.
Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing.
Now Salamence comes in, doesn't take any damage from Surf. Oh no, look, it's Registeel against
Oh,
Steed and Salamence. Oh, does he have the Earthquake now, though? Ah, he has a Fire
he
Fang.
has Fire Fang.
Why Fire
Interesting
Fang,
choice.
though?
I don't even know.
And another Dragon
Let me
Dance.
check this roster.
And another
Ah,
Fire Fang. Oh, that was close. That nearly killed Registeel, right? And now he comes out with the Earthquake that would have killed last wave. Why?
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 What?
Why start off with
Why?
Fire Fang then? Why start off with Fire Fang, man? That's what I want to know. Oh, well, Alakazam will really hurt Medicham.
Fire Fang hit.
That's weird.
What? Fire Fang hits nothing on this roster.
That's weird.
Okay, I am confused.
Let's just keep going. A Bug Punch killed the Medicham that killed the Rain Punch against the Ghost.
What?
All right.
Oh, okay,
I
I
take it.
guess.
I take it. I think he might expect a small. Did he expect a swap? I don't know. Oh, the Scald against Water Absorb also, right there.
Oh, I love it.
Uh, I
So
feel
much
like
damage.
there's some like misunderstanding about Jellicent right here. And the
Why
rapid
is
spin on a
it wrong?
ghost. What is going on?
Chance? What? What?
Craig?
I
Did you
don't
do
even
the
know.
research?
What?
Just watch Minior getting the shell smash and sweeping the team. Oh no, he just cleanly goes for the
That's
acrobatics.
kind of sad. If he shell smash there, I think he might have a chance.
I think he actually would have won because Zapdos would have died on one hit, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, Victini just
Why
comes
no
in and now
Jellicent?
can. Why Jellicent though? Taking a low hit. Why? But now
What?
Marowak comes in and Sompert comes in as expected. Oh,
Takes
it
absolutely nothing.
dies. It dies though because Marek should outspeed it, right? Oh no, it doesn't. Scald kills. So what is going on? Well, now
Wait,
Sompert going out on Gudra, and Gudra just Dragon Pulse kills it. All right.
Gudra just doing Gudra things.
And Victini can't kill Gudra.
Citrus Berry.
Oh yeah, this is really mattered right there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
All right, let's recap what is going on. So we had.
Do we really want to?
All right, we had the
Okay, so
Fire Fang on Salamence for no reason.
Fire Fang and Earthquake.
And he didn't use Earthquake when it was the way better move in the matchup, right? So he didn't use
No,
Earthquake on.
he did use Earthquake.
Yeah, but he did use Earthquake when it had 7% left. But if he would have
Yeah,
used Earthquake instead of Fire Fang from the get-go, he wouldn't even have taken that much damage on Salamence.
yeah, that's the thing.
And
Don't really get.
and then Medicham comes in with a Fake Out. Alakazam comes in, but Psychic from Alakazam can't really take out Medicham in one hit most of the times. Especially because he had the ability Pure Power from Medicham, which is not the best ability for Alakazam.
Huge power Alakazam, new meta.
Absolutely. With like Power Up Punch. Give it Power Punch, okay, please.
Oh yes.
And well, we see the Ice Punch absolutely decimating Medicham. I really
Yeah,
would
it
have
looks
liked
good.
to see Alakazam just going with the Shadow Ball because that's a clean, always safe kill.
Well, the crit there actually mattered because Ice Punch doesn't knock out Alakazam.
That's true, but I think he has Bullet Punch, so that would have killed then.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Hitmonchan comes in, uses the Mach Punch, and gets the kill. And now the madness begins. Jellicent comes
And
in.
then it went weird.
Jellicent comes in, Drain Punch on a Ghost. Nothing happens. He notices that
Well,
one and swaps to Swampert. Then he scalds with Swampert and water absorbs Jellicent, swapping out again just to use a rapid spin on a Ghost that doesn't work, just to go to Minior, doesn't go for the Shell Smash, but for the acrobatics with an item still, most likely, because he still has the white up because he didn't Shell Smash. So that does nothing to Zapdos, and Zapdos coming in for the kill when it would have died after Shell Smash Power Jam.
Or
Uh,
Shell Smash Stone
and
Edge.
now we get a little bit back to the normality. We create killing Zapdos. Now, why ever he went for Jelly Sand instead of going for a Pokemon that can actually kill the Victini? I don't know. He sacrificed Jelly Sand on top of that. Then there was then the Victini swapped out for Swampert because Marek was coming in. Marowak's Earthquake can't ever kill Swampert.
Why the Earthquake on this point? Why not just Shadow Bone?
Because that would have killed Swampert, and you want to give your opponent a chance?
Okay, fair enough. I take it.
Earthquake was weird here. Then he kept an Marowak on Swampert, and I forgot Swampert is way faster than Marek because Marek's base speed is like 45. And now Swampert gets a free kill on Marowak.
But Swampert is only like base 60, so.
Yeah, if he would have invested in speed, maybe he tried to speed invest for Marek just enough to outspeed Swampert, and Swampert had just enough speed to outspeed the outspeeding Marowak.
The speed creep.
Yeah. And then then Gudra came in, killed Swampert easily. We create us 50% still, which is a lot, right? That could have been Bandit Victini or something like that. And then Dragon Pulse gets the kill. Yeah, I guess this is fine. So let's just ignore everything past turn like 13, not even 11. Past turn 11, we can start watching that replay and be like, yeah, ignore this part. The first few turns were. I thought he doesn't have Earthquake, so he went for the Fire Fang. Which
Yes,
I don't understand at all. First place where you don't go Earthquake, but I think he was like, oh, before when I try to kill Registeel, there comes a Zapdos, and I do no damage with Earthquake. That sucks, so I go for the Fire Fang and don't have Earthquake on my set. But then he showed the Earthquake when he would have killed with it the previous turn. I know he would have used it on the previous turn, it would have killed, right? I'm I'm stunned. This is not Cotton Guard, Mega Banette, and Charge Beam, Bronzong level of what happened on this game. But it is interesting nonetheless. And to be fair, don't shit on the people that are doing these plays or picking these sets. I just don't know why you would do that. Like, I see the Charge Beam on Bronzong for, oh, I counterpick Celesteela and the Toxapex at the same time, but does Bronzong have a good special attack? I don't think so, right?
It shouldn't have. Let me check. Bronzong. Well, 79. So.
No, absolutely not. And so even if you get the boost, you most likely will not kill either of them.
And it's only like 50% chance.
Yeah, and it doesn't even hit all the time. That's wild.
That was kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Like, what?
Well.
How do we even rate this game?
It's definitely a 7 out of 5 because it shouldn't exist. Because this was. I don't even know what to say to either of these players. Like, I want to say well played to the winner, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have no idea what happened here.
And like, the Craig could have won this one if he didn't just like wasted 4 turns trying to do shit on the Jellicent that won't work. And he would have won the match if he used Salamancer's Earthquake. And he would have won the match if he would have gone for the Shell Smash on Linear at the first game. And he didn't.
Or
He did neither of those though, and went for the full "what is going on" game.
and went for the rapid spin on the ghost.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see the Stealth Rocks anymore. Let me just rapid spin on the spin blocker real quick.
Easy spin.
Well,
Um,
we said we are going to do 4 matches because Phil might come join us later. And I hope this becomes a regular thing where we 3 just hang out and talk. Because you two are my most favorite people to talk with on draft leagues. I really enjoy talking to you both.
but I don't enjoy talking. No, joke.
You don't like talking on English, but you enjoy talking to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, Lauren. Dream your dream.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking. My favorite pastime.
What?
Nothing. So
I think
yeah,
we gotta leave this here.
or do we just do another one to cover that one up?
Uh, I mean, how many matches are there left, right? We have Zoe against Michael, Phil against Jackie. We have
And Wayne versus James.
Wayne versus James, so there are 3 matches left. Because
Yeah,
the
and I
fourth
think
one was delayed because the person that Wayne now got the team from was Louis. Louis stopped. He quit.
Louis, Levi.
Yeah, I'm right. I know I'm right. Well, let's just go with like, where do we expect the least amount of what the fuck that's not Phil match? Wayne versus James or Zoe versus Michael?
I
Let's
don't
go
know.
Wayne versus James then, and hope this game makes more sense to us.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's go. Play music off. Pause on turn 1. Let me just say when you're ready.
I'm at turn 1. I
Okay.
have Nidoking versus the Rhydon.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Start. All right. Well, a Stealth Rock on Nidoking is interesting, but it works. I mean, a singular from the Dark type. Good switching. Good switching. Right there. Really nice switching.
Nice switching. Nice switching.
Magano. No, let's see Magano's damage. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fine. Not super effective. 43%. No problem here.
This is fine.
Crit 38 on. Oh right.
Crits the water bowser.
Oh, Dark Pulse deals insane amount of damage, but he has to switch out. A Z-powered Bloom Doom just takes this out, I guess.
Oh, awesome. See.
Oh, here comes the scary dragon, though. He locked himself in Outrage off the get-go, I guess. Why not
This
do
is
what?
fun.
I mean, he
And
could have gone for the Ice Beam or any other move, actually. Oh, he's confused and no Berry. I heard it's from Confusion. No Burn. Oh, no Confusion anymore. And just keep on outraging. I guess this is Bandit or Choice Scarfed.
I'm guessing Scarfed.
Oh yeah, Scarf. And the one hit there, and now it's forced to outrage another time. That it's nothing.
Why did he not go Rhydon in the first place?
Just he keeps on outraging.
What?
Well, at least Rhydon just killed it now.
This is just what?
The Rhydon switching from the get-go would have been so much better.
Yeah, therefore saving 2 more.
Oh yeah, fake out. All right. Why do you have
This is
fake out on that?
interesting.
Low
This is
kick,
kind of weird.
no drain punch?
And now he aura spheres.
Well, but all right.
Eh?
Oh, the Z Supersonic Sky Strike, and that deals nothing. And the Bullet Punch deals nothing too. Sucker Punch won't work though. Another Bullet Punch feels a lot, and Brave Bird kills, but he
That
doesn't
is
die.
like, is that like max speed Metagross?
Oh, the fake out kill! The fake out kill!
Oh, fake out! It
Outplayed!
makes sense.
And Flocken just annihilates it. With a crit just to overkill it even more.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Rhydon would have been the better switch into the Outrage.
Absolutely, it only took like 27% damage. That's
Um,
enough to kill. That's enough to take 3 outrages, and after that he's 100% confused. So you can even go for the risky Rock Blast if it doesn't kill before, and be like, well, try me. And if you die, you just still have the Torkoal to come in then. But Rhydon would have done a lot of damage already, and you don't
yeah,
need
that's
Rhydon as
true.
much as Torkoal.
Like, well, it kinda needed the Rhydon just because of Honchkrow.
Well, Torkoal can
But
deal with Forge Core too,
yeah, that's the thing.
and both can deal with Magerna. Both suck versus the Mega Blastoise. Well, actually, they're both equally useful, but I think the Sun Empowered Lava Bloom is just stronger, right?
Yeah, it's stronger. It's yeah, definitely stronger. Depending on, well, it kind of depends on how many hits the Rock Blast gets, really.
Yeah, and also you have the Will-O-Wisp on the uh, how's it called again? I'm bad with
The
names.
Torkoal.
Yeah, Torkoal. So would have really hurt the physical power of Honchkrow.
Yeah, well, if he had Will-O-Wisp, we never know.
Well, I expect him at least to have Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, it should have Will-O-Wisp.
Well,
Like, it's
this
really
match,
good.
while not being as wild as the other two before this, uh,
Yeah, that was really only just one misplay, and that was really letting Torkoal and the Houndoom
just
die to
die.
the outrage.
We're basically sacking them for nothing.
Yeah, for really the Torkoal just to get rid of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really the only misplay.
Yeah, but that cost him, and that cost him
Yeah, that
huge.
cost him big.
Well, now with this screen, I'm feeling much better to end off because now this game at least felt like
A game.
a game we are not confused by. We sound like absolute assholes to the other guys, right?
We totally do.
Well, I guess that's that then.
Let's hope they never watch this.
Well, even if they do, what they gonna do? Tell us they will like kill us in our game? Like everyone fears you, so no one will threat you, and I hope I proven that I can battle in week 1. So
Well, they kind of do fear you as well, so
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, then we can be assholes, I guess. Well,
More comments
actually,
on that.
we are really scumbag in every one of our videos, so don't expect too much. Because once we see something we don't understand, this is like, that's the moment we go like, well, this is fine.
We go full meme mode.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching the first part. Maybe Phil will join for his match and Zoe's match later today. I hope so. And talk to you later. See ya.
See ya.